Hello there, I'm Ryle Wolf, and this is GTA 5. Purpose of this video today is to um, teach you how to create a passable female character. I mean, you could probably apply the same basic strategies to a male character to switch it around. First piece of advice, right? If you're looking to change your character's appearance, whether you're a male or female, I would first suggest, unless you have two characters, I would first suggest creating a spare character just to play around with the character generator and to determine the look you want to go with, and then pay out the money and do it. Because you don't want to pay out the money and get up there in character gen and play around with it, and you're a half hour in, or you're 45 minutes in, you're an hour into it, and you're like, I just can't make this work. Like, there's something wrong. I just can't get it to look good. Or you have to go suddenly, a phone call rings, and, that's the boss wants you to come in, or, whatever, some engagement happens, and all of a sudden, you're out 100K. That would suck. So my first piece of advice would be to play a different character. So you can do that pretty easily. You hit escape. Let's see here. Online, and it should say swap character, right? So you hit this swap character. It should take you up into the clouds, and if you don't have another character, it should give you the option to create another character, and that will give you the option to play around with it. And then if you happen to suddenly leave somewhere in the middle of experimentation, you can just delete the character next time and try again. Once you've decided, okay, this is the look I'm happy with, I'm gonna go with it. So, let's get up into the character generator and we'll take a look. So I'm gonna pop 100K right now. It's not, I mean, it's a sizable amount, but it's not too terrible. How we want to do this? You want to hit M, go into inventory, go into style. Right, there we go. Going to change appearance. This should take you up into the character generator. So let's try that. Let's see, you are about to pay 100 grand to change character's appearance. You will be charged even if you make no changes. Right. All unsaved progress will be lost. That's fine. So here we go. So here we are. Here's the character generator. And here we are. Now the very first most important thing that's going to affect your character is your heritage. Who your parents are. Now my mom and my dad, right? It's Hannah, and the dad is Even. Now you might think, wow, look at her, right? And him, but it worked out all right. Now the very first thing when you're creating a female character is you want the resemblance to be totally all the way over to female, right? Because as soon as you start creeping over toward your dad's side, you take on a very male, even a little takes on a very male look that just says, every time you see it, it just says, oh, it's a guy. So you want to, if you want to look as female as possible, you want to be way over here as far as possible. You want to go the whole way over. What you want your dad for is skin quality, skin coloring. So there are a couple of good females, right? Hannah I like. Let me go back in there. Here we go. There you go. I liked the nose quality, the lips. Now keep in mind, you can go further refine this further in the character generator. Alright? So this is just a starting point. And in fact, even though I said it's the very first thing you're going to do, it's also the last thing you're going to do. And I'll explain that as we go on. So a lot of people like to use Sophie for their start. There we are, Sophie. She has a very, she has a nice smile. I didn't particularly like her nose. I like the more curving nose. That's pretty much why I went with the other one. But she has very nice features, and a lot of people go with her, and there's nothing really wrong with it. But I mean, maybe it's possible to do anyone, but there's certain. Now this isn't. She doesn't look bad either. I actually like her. I actually like that look. That's not a bad look at all. I actually like that look a lot. See, so you can. There's a number of characters I believe you can use. This one, I mean, there's certain features you can't get rid of, right? So you're going to have to decide what the particular features you like. There's a more Asian look, if you like that. And certain character looks, I just like this is. I'm sorry, Elizabeth, but I'm sorry, but I just can't. Yeah, I can't read. Oof. Audrey, no. I mean, you look to the age lines. Now, if you wanted to make a grandma character, I guess that would be fine. I guess it does allow you to make a wide choice. Violet's, no. Elizabeth, the eyes are a little small, but oof. Evelyn, no, sorry, Evelyn, it's just no. Olivia, no. Nah. Nah, not really my type. Hannah, is who I started with? Yeah. Okay. And of course, Dad, like I said, Dad, you want your skin coloring, or your skin tone. It can go, you can go from. So if your mom is very dark, you're probably gonna want. I mean, it depends. If you want a dark colored character, then pick a dark dad. If you want a light colored character, I mean, I think your dad might affect a few other very light things. But this bar here is totally up to you. Like, pick your dad, play around, see what works, see what skin coloring. And it's also going to affect to a certain degree age lines and stuff. So just pick something, go through them, and find a dad, you're happy with. Like, see the skin coloring get a lot lighter, a little darker. See how it now looks. See how much. I mean, has a lot of age lines and stuff. You can see how much age lines now she suddenly has. That's not too bad. So you're going to go through here. That's not bad, and just find something that's a little. And of course, you can, like I said, play this bar. So you go through here, you find something that you're happy with. Let's get back to my guy here. Nope. Here it is. And find it, and just play around and find it. But you definitely want the female ball the whole way over. All right. Now you're done. Once you got the basic look and it's acceptable, you're gonna go to features. As far as features go, you want eyes that are a little bit wider, rather than squinty. I might back mine off a little bit. No, that's too much. I'll put it right there. A little back, a little there. It's like, it's okay. Nose, you're gonna want it to be a little. I mean, I'm not telling you how to make your character look, but my personal preference, I found it. I preferred to have the nose a little narrower, have it a little up as opposed to down. But again, this is something you can change. Nose profile, I found it to be a little better, to be a little curved. Nose tip, that's all. This is all personal. Now, as far as cheekbones go, you're probably going to want it to be up and a little bit out. You want those cheekbones to be exposed a little bit more. That gives a more female appearance, from what all the videos have said. Cheeks, you want them to be a little in versus a little out, depending on what kind of character you're going for. But lips, you want a little more fuller lip, depending on who your mom was. Your mom might have had really full lips, and you won't need them to be, full. Or maybe you had a mother with very thin lips, and you want to max it out. This is a gauge will depend on your mom. A lot of these gauges depend on who your mom was, because they're going to have certain features that are, either min or max or middle of the road, and then these fine tunings will either exemplify a certain feature or downplay a certain feature. The jaw, I found a rounded jaw, a narrow rounded jaw I found to work better. You don't want any sort of blocky, you want a more rounded face, you want some sort of blocky features. You want to try and, you know, you don't want a football player type chin. And what else do we have? Again, this is hard to change at all. Shape was, again, like more rounded, a little more pointed rather than broad. On the brow, up a little. You want your brows to be raised a little bit. Tempted to give it a more youthful impression. Now you could go down if you wanted to give a more sinister look, you know. Let's see here. Like, ooh, I'm mad. But, or you could go like really high, like, ooh, wonder, you know, but I found it to be working just fine right there. There, is that good? Okay. Let's see, what does appearance do? Appearance is going to be hair and stuff like this. You could realistically start here because your character's hair and stuff is going to make it have a big impact on the character's look. But you definitely, by the time you get to here and you pick out the hair and the eyebrows and, well, don't, you know, these should all be none. And then your eye color, whatever you feel comfortable with. Makeup, again, is up to you. And this can be changed outside of game. So it's not as important. It's just to narrow down what your choices are. The blush, again, this is totally changeable in game, so that's not a big deal. Lipstick, I went with gloss color. It gives it a more shiny appearance. You're going to change how noticeable it is. I went with a darker color. Again, totally. This is, I believe, changeable in game too. I mean, I know the lipstick is and stuff, and I imagine the types of lips you have is also changeable. But I went with a gloss to give it that shiny appearance. Now, once you've done this, once you've gotten this far, what you want to do is go back to Heritage. Okay? You've gotten the hairstyle that you like or can tolerate. You've got the eyebrows, right? You've gotten the size of the eyes. Do you want big eyes? Do you want small eyes? You've gotten the other features that you're comfortable with. And now you go back to Heritage, and you'll just do what I just did before and go back through the females, just to see, because I did this a lot. I would pick a female. I would say, okay, let's try Eva. Then I would go and I would step out and I would go to appearance, or I would play with the features, more cheekbones, less cheekbones, bigger nose, smaller nose, and see if I was happy with the appearance or not. And if I wasn't, I'd come back and I'd say, okay, well, let me try a different character. Eventually, I wound up on Hannah, and I was happy with it. If you're really in a hurry, then just pick Sophie and go from there. Like if you're just starting out. Because Sophie's a really good pick that, like I said, a lot of people do pick. She has a big smile going on. She has a good skin tone. I didn't really I was like, okay, but not really happy with it. But it's up to you. You pick what you like, but that's a good starting point. But just pick a character who you are comfortable with, and then go from there. Apparel, this again, not a really big deal. But except for this, hats. Okay? Hats. Hats make a huge difference. Okay? You can take a character that doesn't look so good, you can put a hat on it and it looks better. Because the hairstyles, the hair choices in GTA are horrible. Like, the hair is just, it's not that great. Whoops. Back here. There. I mean, I'm okay with this, I guess, but her hairstyle is just not... Like, let's see, where are the hairstyles? Heritage? No. Features. No. Appearance. Hairstyle, yeah. I mean, come on. Not really, like... I mean, it can really change. I mean, it totally changes the way my character looks, Oh, I guess I got rid of my thing there. I mean, look at this. Look at this one. What is this? I mean, come on. That's not too bad. That one. Look, what is this? What is this? What kind of hair color? What kind of hairstyle is this? I mean, come on. Oh my god. That was not too bad. That was okay. That was okay. That was actually, that was not too bad at all. There's some okay ones. But having that hat can take like a pretty ugly like hairstyle and like tone it down. You know? You can take that and then you can put a hat on there and all of a sudden it's not so bad. All of a sudden, you know, let me zoom in here. All of a sudden you have a hairstyle, you know, not so bad now. Not so bad. It was ugly before, but now it's not so bad. Now do remember, certain times during races and stuff, you might have the hat might be removed. But yeah, I mean, that is something that you know you can definitely play with. If you have a hairstyle, you're like, no, this is the only hairstyle I can even tolerate, but I still don't like it. Try a hat. You know, try a hat. Hats can really help with your character's appearance. I mean, it takes a character that looks, well, let's see here. But it's like, hairstyle not so great, and it's like, it's not so bad. I don't really like it. Not so bad. See? And of course, clothing is your choice. There's a few other things that I want to go over. Now, if you do create a new character and you decide to use it, the bonus of that is you do get to keep your money. You do not keep your cars or your houses. So if you have nice cars you don't want to rebuy, then you know probably don't want to change. No money has been taken. Really? No money has been taken? Is that true? I thought it said I was taking money regardless. Can I actually try out Character Generator without spending any money? So here we are in the salon. The reason we came here is because you're not done yet. You've just made changes to your character. You're happier with your character. Maybe you're not totally happy with it yet. The next step is to do some more finite changes to your character. And by that, you're going to do some, like you can, for example, your eyebrows will have a big difference. Like, look at my character, like with these eyebrows versus like, or that, or these. It can make a big impact on your character's appearance. And maybe the ones you picked in Character Gen aren't really. You get to game and you see it what it looks like in game. You're not really happy with it. Like those are pretty nice. You can also change the color. So yeah, and you can change how dark they are. Like you can pick a black and make it a lighter black. Or you can pick and make it heavier. So you want to play around with that. Decide how heavy you want it, how light you want the coloring. Contacts. I mean, if you're really that unhappy with your character's eye coloring, but you should have just picked it. So I mean, should be all right with it. But I would stay away from the weird colors because it really looks weird. Unless you really are going for that weird appearance. Otherwise, I'd stick with more basic colors like a blue or something. But again, the color of eye should reflect upon what you're going for with the eyes. Like I went for a darker eye color, so it would the eyes would stand out. But I didn't want a lighter eye color because I didn't want the eyes to stand out too much. Let's see, face paint. That's probably nothing. Like that's all goofy stuff. And then makeup. The blusher is going to have a huge impact. I went with the round, so it's blushing the cheeks. The point of that is to bring a lighter color to her cheeks because without it, it becomes much darker. Your cheeks become much darker, and so her whole appearance now is starting to change. And if you didn't have anything at all, you know, look at that. I think that's better. It kind of I noticed the game likes to make the cheeks dark, so making them a little lighter I think helps. It makes the character look better in my opinion. Eyes, like I said, I went with a darker eye color just to sort of enhance the eyes. Again, you can change the density, or not the density, but the brightness of the color, the density, the effectiveness of the color, how much you want to really have on it. I went full just to really bring out those eyes. Lipstick, finally lipstick. So you pick gloss in character generation. So the lips are a bit shiny. So you can, now looking at it, you can also adjust them in game. It costs you money here versus not free up there. But yeah, go with the gloss. That will give you a nice shiny lip color. And then just, I mean, play around with what you're happy with, right? You can go with a more lighter pink. Again, I'm not sure, like, I just went with what I liked. And then how much coloring you want to have. You can make them really red if you wanted to. I wanted to back it off a little. I didn't want to go that crazy. So yeah, there you go. And now you're done, and you save it.
Bye-bye, beautiful.
And you'll be all finished. I think that's it. Right? You can also two-tone. I didn't show this. You can also change. You can make the highlight the hair color. So she's like a blonde with red highlights. You can change the density. Like I could have it more red, lighter red, darker red, whatever. So that just makes the hair like. It takes away from like how bland it is. Gives it a little bit extra spike. So the last thing to consider is their walk and their run. Well, the run doesn't really change much, but the walking style. She's going with Posh currently. You change that by going into, you're hitting the M button, you're going into style, and then you find walking style, and then you pick what you want. And this will give her a more girlish, walk. I mean, to a certain degree. It's better than the standard walk, in my opinion, anyway. So there you have it. You got your walk down, you're walking like a lady, you're looking like a lady, and hopefully you're satisfied with the character's appearance. So I hope this video helped. If someone is interested in me making a video on the appearance of men, I can do some research on that and cobble together something if it's really that important. And of course, what it comes down to is your personal preferences. This is the look I like, but you might let me, who knows? But hopefully I've given you some clues, some hints out of what I've read and watched from various videos to make a good character that you're going to be happy with in the game. So have fun, enjoy yourself, and thanks for watching.